This episode is proudly sponsored by the Rattlesnake Cable Company. Rattlesnake Cable offers a wide variety of premium U.S. milled cables for the stage and studio. With diverse customizations to fit your unique cable needs, they build dependability and style into your signal path. Rattlesnake Cable Company's products are constructed with all musical needs in mind. The team at Rattlesnake is giving you a chance to win 2 free cables. Just head over to rattlesnakecables.com/giveaway/high-gain to enter. Listeners of this show can also save 20% on all regular priced items by using the code HG20. Rattlesnake Cable Company, the sound choice. John here, and we've got a new sponsor, DistroKid. Now that you've finished your latest Pirate Math Sponge Core Twitch trek, it's time to get it out there so everyone can hear it. DistroKid helps musicians get their music on all the major streaming platforms, and artists keep 100% of their royalties. And because you're a high-gain listener, you get 30% off. Just go to distrokid.com/VIP/high-gain. That's distrokid.com/VIP/high-gain. And now DistroKid has an app. The DistroKid app is available for iOS and Android. You can download it at distrokid.com/app or in the app and Play stores.
Oh, hey, it's me, Ed Peterson.
Hi, Ed. It's me, John.
There's no music playing in the background.
No.
Because there's some new equipment and connectors, a little oversight here at the High Gain Podcast in beautiful West Seattle.
That's right.
What do we talk about?
Guitars.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy how much different having that theme song in the cans makes?
That is weird.
Like, not coming in with it kind of sucks.
Yeah, and that theme song lives on my phone, but I got a new phone. And the new phone is USB-C.
Crazy.
I don't have that cable at hand currently.
Tech stuff. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. You know. Yeah, I don't know if the people know. We have not been in this room for a minute.
Ed was in beautiful Palm Springs, California.
Yep. I spent a little over a month down there.
Yeah.
Never dipped below a balmy 102.
God.
102 was like the cool day.
What was the highest?
I think 118.
118.
Yeah, like the week before we showed up, it hit 124.
You have said in the past.
Yeah.
Once it gets past, whatever you said, 104, 105, hot is hot. Is it really?
Yeah, I stand by this. The difference between 102 and 115 is like negligible. If you go outside and it's -2, and then you go outside and it's -12, it's fucking cold, right? When it's hot, it's
okay,
hot.
so 118 and you get in the car to go somewhere.
Well, then the interior of the car is literally like stepping into an oven. If you go park that on the asphalt in a parking lot and go in a store for 2 hours, go see a movie and come out, that's like a death trap.
Ugh.
Yeah. But I'm built for the desert. You know, Furiosa, Mad Max, that world, I'm built for it.
You probably are.
Yeah.
I spent time on the Oregon coast.
How was that?
It was great.
What was the weather like there?
75 or so every day and sunny. It would start out foggy in the morning and then burn off.
The Oregon coast is also lovely.
It is.
Lovely.
We were right on the beach, and the cousins from Jersey came. It's the first time they had been to the West Coast, most of them.
Oh.
It's a different kind of rugged ocean experience.
For sure. West Coast, best coast. I'm sticking with that. You know, the Pacific is not like the Atlantic. The Atlantic just feels like it's full of terrors.
So my cousins all went in.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we got to go in.
Of course.
It's funny hearing them scream.
For how cold it was?
It's pretty cold.
Pretty cold.
Yeah.
And the Haystack Rock area, there's the petrified trees.
Yes, and puffins. The puffins were out. And they had naturalists there at low tide with telescopes. They had them pointed up at the top of the rock if you wanted to see the birds. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Went to L.A. for a day, went to improv show. Brett Davis, He does the podcast for laundry.
Podcast for laundry.
Yeah.
So it's only like as long as a spin cycle or something?
It goes through the whole cycle. He goes to various people's laundry mats, and they sit there and they have segments like Turn the Tide. He has a bottle of Tide, and if you don't like the subject matter, you turn the bottle of Tide and it turns the tide.
That's clever.
Has a segment called What's Your Turge?
Oh, what's your turge? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. It was a little show, and there were probably 15 people. I was the only person in this theater that was not a member of the LA improv community. It felt like I'm the one normie guy that somehow wandered in. People are like, what's up with that guy? What's up with the weirdo?
Did you jump in? Like, were they involving you, or you were just watching? Or?
I was just watching, yeah.
I think that's great.
Yeah. Beverages.
Beverages, Ed.
John.
Yes.
It's been a minute. We haven't been in the studio.
Yes.
That was great.
Thanks.
Was that off the dome, or have you been working on that?
I worked on that just before you got here today.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has a couple things that are very like, oh, Ed would like this. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
For the viewers out there, Ed and I have been talking a little bit offline about creative endeavors, and I've been trying to get back into my creative practice more deliberate in what I'm playing.
I dug that a lot. It had the droney thing. If you're not droning strings, why are you playing guitar? You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, I really like that.
I was going through the Spaceman Explorer phaser.
Spaceman Effects.
Spaceman
Out
Effects.
of beautiful Portland, Oregon.
Yes. And new pedal alert.
Pedal alert. Overdrive kind of thing. It's not a fuzz, right?
This is a collaboration between Jackson Audio and the boys over at Silvertone.
Huh, okay.
Do you know the Silvertone Twin 12 amp?
For sure. A classic.
This is that amp in a pedal.
Okay.
They recreated it exactly, except, of course, they're using JFETs instead of actual tubes. Otherwise, great emphasis was paid to getting it right.
Jackson Audio?
Yes. Let's see if I cleaned it up as much as I could. 1963 when this came out. Junior in the rumpus room is probably doing that.
Right.
By the time people like Dan Auerbach of the Black Keys or Jack White or Mudhoney.
The amp.
Yeah. By the time they get a hold of it.
Yeah, then you might be cranking that gain a bit. I have been a little bit, John, off my pedal game. Haven't been on top of it.
Yeah.
Nothing has like just grabbed me recently, maybe.
Yeah, it is kind of like every now and again something pops up.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the original Silvertone Twin 12.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have a Huel protein shake. I also put some BCAAs in it, some branch chain amino acids.
Oh, those are the microplastics.
Yep.
Yes.
I filled it with microplastics and creosote. But I threw some strawberries and blackberries frozen.
Oh.
Threw them in the freezer. And then I threw them in the Ninja and blended it up so it's a little more like a thick smoothie. And then I have a Soleil lime sparkling water for some reason. And then I have a cup of coffee in a Crow mug.
Yes.
Crow mug's holding together great. I don't think it's really gotten much use in the last month.
It's been waiting for you.
Yeah. What about you?
I've got coffee as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Coca-Cola original taste beverage drink
Oh my gosh.
that purports to be, quote, delicious and refreshing.
That's a classic beverage right there.
When it's really, really, really cold, the bite of it is nice.
I have not had soda in probably 2 years.
Wow.
I don't know what would happen if I drank Coke.
You'd get so jacked up,
I would get hella jacked up.
and the crash would be nuts.
All I would drink from then on would just be Cokes. That's it. What do you think of that?
Sounds like a plan. That Silvertone amp, it was only made for 4 years. They said it was 60 watts, but practically speaking was only like 35, which was in keeping with the heavier duty Fender amps.
30 watts is disgusting.
Yeah,
It's stupid.
it was very loud, and I think
Yeah.
that's why the Rocks and the Rolls ended up liking it. And they were cheap. For a while, you could get them for like $50
Mm-hmm.
in pawn shops or people's basements.
Right.
They've gone up a little bit since
Okay.
then. The cabinets were made out of press board.
Yeah, like not even plywood, right? If it got wet, it would just dissolve.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They were designed and made by our man, Nat Daniel.
He's an old favorite of the show.
Yeah, Dan Electro.
Uh-huh.
Made them for Sears.
What's he up to?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone, but the amps live on.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the fact that it's just bass, treble, volume, and gain.
Yeah,
And that's it. The originals with the whole cabinet and everything had reverb and trem,
sure.
but this is just the circuit itself. I like how it's organic sounding.
Ooh.
Sometimes overdrive or distortion can be just kind of like harsh.
I do. Yeah, that sounds great.
Dial up the treble and put that back pickup on. It's pretty versatile. I really like it.
So when did this pedal come out?
I think it is fairly recent, last couple of years maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, to my ears. And I've played a Twin 12 recently.
Mm,
It's pretty faithful.
they did a great job.
The original amp, though,
Yeah.
the Silvertone 1484 Twin 12,
Mm-hmm.
when it debuted in 1963,
Oh, yeah.
smash and grab time machine
Okay.
on an amp.
Uh-huh.
You're going back to 1963, Ed.
Am I at the music store just outside Daly Plaza in 1963?
Oh.
Am I in the music store in the ground floor of the Texas School Book Depository?
I think you are.
So the smash and grab is going to be easy because there's a lot of people looking up on the grassy
Yeah,
knoll.
looking elsewhere.
Yeah. They're not looking at me
Yeah.
at the school book depository because that ain't where the noise came from.
That's right. The weather's nice. I hope the time machine can fit the amp in it.
Exactly. Or I can just hide it somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so buy it or steal it.
Uh-huh.
How many assassination dollars are you paying for that amp in 1963?
Were they like $120?
That's pretty good, Ed. They were
Yeah.
$150.
Okay. Yeah.
Today dollars, that's like $1,500.
Okay. I bet they're more than that now.
No,
Oh,
that's
they're
the
not.
thing. That it's gone a little soft.
Oh.
To see ones listed for 1,000 will be high water marks.
Oh.
You can get them anywhere from like 500 up.
So you don't want to be spending your time machine dollars on this thing.
No.
No. Joe Riggio.
Yes, Joe Riggio, born and raised in Tacoma, Washington, local guy.
Tacoma's had a renaissance.
I think it has.
I think the downtown area is great.
It's gotten way better than it used to be. Lawler pickups are down there
Mm-hmm.
in Tacoma, Washington. For a brief moment, Tacoma Guitars was there and they made Guild for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Rick King, owner of Guitar Maniacs, is down there.
Yep. Riggio does a lot of paint work, right?
He does a lot of refins
Yeah.
as well as building from scratch, like this here Tango. He has two primary models. I'm going to say primary because they are not the only things he does. The Tango and the Sierra. Tango T, Telecaster, Sierra S, Strat. Yeah, so this is a Tango in black, aged. He excels at aging.
I know.
I watched a video
Oh,
of him painting a guitar.
yeah.
Somebody wanted some original Fender color from the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
He has original paint.
Whoa.
He goes online and finds it. And he says, yeah, sometimes it's all like dried up and useless, but every now and again, there's good paint in there.
Yeah.
Original nitro colors that were used,
Crazy.
which were Duco by DuPont automotive finishes.
Right.
Hey, look, 52 Cadillac
Yep.
in whatever color. And so he's got shelves and shelves of these old cans that are like all faded and rusty around the top, but the paint's good.
Yeah.
And I saw him shoot a guitar with, 1956 green lacquer.
I've got that 63 Jaguar. My intention when I bought it was
Yeah.
to send it to Joe and have him do something over the top, like wear down the sunburst and then refin over sunburst. So it's like black over sunburst with that. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
It would be very cool.
He's been doing this for 30 some odd years.
Yep.
Down there in Tacoma. And I don't know what's more impressive, the instruments I've played of his or his finishing skills, which are nuts.
Amazing.
This one's got all the checking and dents and dings in all the right places, but it's not overdone.
Yep.
This particular Tango, this black one, is from 2017. So this is an older one.
I wonder what percentage of his time or output is the finishing work versus from scratch guitars.
Who knows?
John and Ed guess about workflow.
That's right.
Tell me about the pickups in this thing.
This guitar is configured as a Tele Custom with a humbucker in the neck and a single coil in the bridge.
Uh-huh.
From what I understand, this at one point had 2 single coils.
Oh.
The past owner actually sent the entire guitar back to Joe, and Joe did the work to cut a new pickguard and put a humbucker in.
Yeah.
It's a rosewood fretboard.
You like that?
Yeah, it's a maple neck that feels like a standard C. You can see it's been worn down on the back. I'm showing that to Ed.
Yep.
And you'll see the profile of the headstock as you go around the edge of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little miniature German carve, which is a really nice touch. Joe also does Gibson-style guitars.
Oh.
He entered into a licensing agreement with Gibson that allows him to use things like the Les Paul shape and the Les Paul looking headstock.
Oh.
But they are all branded Riggio. And I've seen a Riggio Black Beauty,
Yeah.
all beat to hell, and it was way lighter than any Les Paul you're ever going to play.
Yeah.
Do I want a Gibson Black Beauty or that Riggio? I think I'd take the Riggio. It plays better. It's much lighter. Looks cooler.
Oh, and he does a Jet, which is the Jazzmaster.
He calls that Jet.
Yep. They also have the Papa
P-Bass?
and the Juliet
Is that a Jazzmaster?
jazz bass.
Right. So, okay, as neck is we feel like being.
Ooh. Hit me with some weird jazzy chord. I think I know what it is with your shooby-doo-wop jazz talk thing.
You know it, Dad.
That. I figured out, I think, why
You hate it?
I hate it. And I think it's because the jazz that you are playing, that guy would not be listening to that jazz. You are playing big bandy, old guy jazz. What you're not playing is the avant-garde turtleneck jazz.
Right.
Yeah, Dad, is this guy.
You're a stone solid bring down, Dad.
Now play avant-garde jazz.
It's got to be like some spoken word.
Yeah, exactly.
Tomorrow is a word that doesn't exist, man. Dig it. If we want to go all the way treble-icious.
Oof.
If I go right back in the middle, I'll put the tone in the middle. You're back in normal town.
Hold that guitar closer to me. Like, I want to see the finish.
Hashtag let Ed play.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm handing this over to Ed now.
Yep. What I wanted to see was the finish up close. How does he do those lines? How does he get that crazing look?
Basically, you get that through changes in temperature, rapid changes.
Yeah, it just looks so cool.
It's a really nice guitar. You know, it's in that category that we see all the time, like the badass boutique guitars.
Yeah.
This is one of them.
Yeah, this is great. Is it gauche at this point to bring up cost of these guitars?
On the used market,
Yeah.
these are in between 2 and 3.
Okay. One pickup and the truth, baby. That's all
right.
you need.
You gotta try it. Try and decide. Is it hello or goodbye? Buy or deny?
Well, Ed,
Yeah.
it's just like your Tele Custom
Right.
with a single coil and a humbucker.
Right.
And it is also black.
Right.
But this one is handmade by Joe Riggio down there in Tacoma, Washington. He's been doing it for 30 years.
Yep.
And he happens to be a master of finishes.
Mm-hmm.
The Riggio Tango. Buy or deny?
Who am I right now? Because if I'm wearing the hat of this is a black Tele Custom,
Yes.
it turns out I have a black Tele Custom.
Yes.
And I probably don't need two. Real world Ed situation, I'm probably a deny.
I agree. I don't have a custom, but I do have 2 other Teles. So that doesn't necessarily put me in the market right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you, I'd say it's a reasonable price and there's no reason not to do it. If anybody wants a really great Tele,
Made in Tacoma? Are you kidding me?
made in Tacoma.
Tacoma, Washington?
It is subtle, but
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get pictures of the crazing and the finish that's so cool on this.
Yeah.
And the hardware is kind of tarnished and dinged up, which is nice.
Yep.
And I'll put them where we always put the pictures,
On the Instagram.
on the Instagrams.
Hey, speaking of that,
Yeah.
we had a lovely viewer mail from Wales.
Robert from Wales.
Shout out, Robert from Wales.
Yes.
And we are on the hunt for an ESP. ESP, right?
He requested a specific ESP. I believe it was an Eclipse.
Yeah.
We'll keep our eyes peeled.
You know, Wales.
Yeah. Birthplace of Tom Jones.
That's so good.
Yeah. What's new, Pussycat?
He's got to be a Vegas guy, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be a Vegas guy. The most trash city in America. And I kind of love it. When's the last time you've been to Vegas, John?
Never.
Oh my God. We totally should go to Vegas. You would lose your mind. It is the worst. It's so great. We should go to Vegas.
Okay, well, until we book those tickets,
Yeah.
we are proud members of the Ruinous Media Network of music-related podcasts.
Oh my gosh, those guys. Get the Ruinous Boys to sponsor this Vegas trip.
Oh, yeah.
for
Hey,
us.
it's research, guys.
It would be terrible. Doesn't it sound great?
Meanwhile, we should do another one, don't you think?
Yeah, from Vegas.
Okay.
See you in Vegas.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.